Hi guys, and welcome back to Dr. Lou's Okay guys, so today we have these Adonis Keto crackers. So this is quite interesting. We want to know if these affect the ketogenic diet. We want to understand what's in them, and we want to understand if it tastes good. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so welcome back to Dr. Lou's low carb diet. I'm Dr. Lou. Now, this product here, Adonis, is quite popular in the keto market, I believe, in the USA. They're quite popular over here now, growing. And they've got some whole grain, it seems, Mediterranean style crackers. So, looking at them, the packaging is quite interesting. It's kind of a normal, straightforward packaging. It looks nice. Again, what you usually find in every supermarket. Now, here we go. There's the product there. You get 3 crackers inside a 60-gram box. Okay, so let's dive in. So let's do the taste test, and then afterwards I'm going to jump on to the ketone result after this, and then we'll go on to the ingredients. Now, why is that important? Well, even when you understand your ketone test, sometimes you don't understand certain hidden carbs and what can occur. For example, the sweetener maltitol has actually a 50% to 75% impact on your carbs, and it does impact your blood sugar. So, some people kind of get confident thinking, oh, it says it's 0 carbs or it's got sweetener. Polyols, sugar alcohols. No, it doesn't work like that. So overall, yes, most do. But here we go. So I've opened the packet now. There's the product. It does look actually quite high quality. And why does this come out of it? Obviously, because you can see there's a lot of natural ingredients. You can see the seeds in there. Yeah, they're all over. That screams a quality product. The best thing with keto is think of nature. Think of how we, consume things. If you go down that path, that is going to bring you always usually a very limited amount of carbohydrates. It's only in modern living do we get a lot of carbohydrates. Okay, so let's give it a taste test. Okay, the cracker by eating itself is actually quite delicious for a cracker. Oh, it's got a lovely mix of the seeds and all the delicious flavors coming out while I eat it. And so dry, it's actually quite nice. Yeah, very nice. But let's try it with some butter. Okay, guys, so here it is with some butter on it. Again, each serving is around, so and here we go, guys. There's the butter. Okay, so I want to see obviously how it's intended, and butter is fantastic, 0 for the keto diet. Perfect. Butter with this cracker. Now the cracker is 2.4 grams. Yes, it's obviously going to have to be eaten in moderation. But again, if you're dying for crackers, you can have crackers one day and you can have something else the next day. Okay, so there it is again. All right, here we go. Right, that is lovely. That's delicious. That is, obviously heightens the flavor. Definitely have it with butter. And your combination, it feels great. It feels like you're eating like a high quality cracker. So it seems it's fine, obviously, for the diet, and it's quite tasty. So I think I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, so 8.5 out of 10. Now, the taste, it seems it's spot on. If you're dying for crackers, that is awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the ketone test to see, make sure it doesn't impact us in any way, which we can't foresee. And then what we'll do is we'll jump onto the ingredients. Okay, 1 second for me. 3. Okay, so 1 second for you. 2 to 3 hours for me. Okay, so the Adonis keto crackers, the Mediterranean style, they seem to be conducive for a ketogenic diet. After doing the test, as you can see, it shows clearly that it's got darker. So we've gone into deeper ketosis by when we ate this Adonis keto cracker snack. So I'm putting up as being keto, conducive or friendly. So it definitely is a decent product. It seems to contribute towards deeper ketosis. So all thumbs up there. Sounds fantastic. All green lights go ahead. And now for the ingredients. Okay, guys, so you can see the ingredients on the screen, and we can see here the front of the packaging. Adonis, plant-based keto crackers, 2.4 grams carbs per average cracker, and you've got Mediterranean style. So that's the Mediterranean style that we've had today. Delicious, definitely looking conducive for a keto diet. About me, I use a small amount of high quality ingredients to create a simple yet effective snack. High in fiber, great in taste, and perfectly suited for your low carb or keto diet. So obviously don't forget, keto is a low carb diet, but you have obviously low carb diets that, layer the carbohydrates because you have different impacts and different weight loss and so on. So don't forget, obviously, if you're 20 to 30, usually it's hard to debate, are you ketogenic still? Because usually 20 grams over isn't. So as you go up, but it doesn't push you out of ketosis usually, or doesn't massively remove you. But when you hit 30 to 40, you're definitely moving out, and 50, 40 to 50, you're definitely on the way to you're still on a low carb diet, but you're still not going to be using ketosis pretty much of the time. So here we go. These are trying to say they're perfect for it. Now, these are the ingredients. Seed-based crackers with tomato, onion, and basil. Ingredients: chia seeds, fantastic, obviously for the diet, 19%. That's a huge amount of chia seeds for a product. Sunflower seeds, whole grain sesame seeds, almond flour, pumpkin seeds, coconut oil, psyllium, tomato powder, dried basil, salt, onion powder. Let's shut that down. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so here are the ingredients. You've got chia seeds, which are 19% psyllium. That's what's, hold on. I'm actually going to. Okay, guys, so here we have the ingredients. Now, you can see here, it's seed-based crackers with tomato, onion, and basil. That's the Mediterranean edge. Ingredients: chia seeds, 19%. Fantastic. Sunflower seeds, whole grain, sesame seeds, almond flour, pumpkin seeds, coconut oil, psyllium, which is usually called psyllium husk, and it's to do with like dietary fiber and used actually to help with certain bowel conditions. Tomato powder, 2%, which is dried. Tomato powder, 2%, dried basil, salt, and onion powder. So all looks pretty fantastic, all natural, brilliant for your health, but also fantastic for a ketogenic diet. That's what we want to see. Nothing too scary there. Obviously, the 2.4 Obviously, the 2.4 carbs come from a mixture of the accumulative effect of all of these different things added up. Pumpkin seeds, chia, sunflower seeds, all of these things having a small contribution to all accumulate into 2.4 grams. So for allergens, you've got all the allergen information there. Tells you what it contains. Here we go. This is the nutritional information. Now, over here you have per 20 grams per serving, which is what we want to understand, because we're going to only eat 20 grams of the cracker, so one serving. So when you can see here, energy, you've got down 448 kilojoules, which is 114 calories. So it is like one snack in a ketogenic diet, but you just eat one cracker with that butter on. Again, you'll probably be wanting to eat, 3 of them, and you can, as long as you're on the rest of the food you're eating in the day is, pretty much low carbs. For example, steak and eggs. Now, of which saturates you've got fat there. Okay, so then we've got fat, and fat is 9.6 grams, perfect for our diet, no worries there. With saturates, 2.4 grams. Yes, we deal with fat in a different way. You use it as energy, so not much of an issue there. Carbohydrates, 2.4 grams. So obviously understanding each cracker is 2.4 grams. So you're looking at, what's that, 7.2 grams if you eat the whole packet. Again, high, but you've eaten 3 of them with butter on. Probably, who knows what we'll go for. One a day, it's up to you. But moderation is usually really good for carbs on this diet. But when it comes to anything with protein and fat, usually, the gloves are off. We've got of which sugars, it's 0.52 grams, so it doesn't hit your blood sugar hardly at all. Fiber, 3 grams, good. Protein, 4 grams, and salt, 0.19 grams. So actually, yes, overall, they look pretty fantastic. It's quite interesting that the carbs and the fat are balanced at 2.4 grams per 20 gram each. So all good there, nothing scary. Okay, guys, so obviously back to me. We understand that this is a fantastic little, how can we say, pick-me-up. You've been wanting bread, you've been wanting crackers. I can't have them. That is a high-quality, fantastic tasting cracker. So yes, it's all thumbs up. It's going to be fantastic for our keto diet, and at the same time, it tastes great, and that's a massive added bonus. So guys, if you like this, thumbs up please, and subscribe. See you on the next one.